Well, hi everyone. I'm John Ritland, and this is my review of WWE Smackdown from Boston, post Super Saudi Showdown edition. And first of all, I'm glad every single wrestler, talent, employee, anybody involved with WWE is back safely. That's what matters the most. But boy, these Saudi shows are screwing everything up because Elimination Chamber is in just over a week, and they were scrambling, throwing together a couple matches, and my God, that pay-per-view probably isn't going to be bad, but it's not going to be all that well built. It's going to be a train wreck. Hopefully the talent show up and do some great things and can pop the fans and make you realize that, hey, even a thrown together show isn't going to be all that bad. But boy, these Saudi shows, again, screwing everything up. Like Goldberg being Universal Champion and coming out to some boos and then a lot of boos. I knew Goldberg was going to be Universal Champion. Foregone conclusion. It was terrible what happened to The Fiend. They should have never put the championship on him in the first place or put him in the title picture. They were just going to book him like they did. The character, you can feel about the character however you want and about the man however you want, but it's like it's something that could work, and that didn't necessarily help. It's not fault of the man Goldberg, but a 50-plus-year-old guy being champion in this day and age, especially in WWE when they're losing fans, not a good look. However, he soaked in all these boos and then said, it's about who's next. Here's Roman. He suddenly says, I'm next. There you go. There's your match. There's your match. It's a last-ditch effort to get Roman Reigns over, and we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I pass it off to you. What do you guys think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments. So then we have a John Cena package, the early years of his package. Wait, the early years of his WWE package. You know, I think I might have to reword this stuff. Or word it exactly that way and make it as dirty as possible and as uncomfortable as possible. So we then get Bayley and Naomi having a match. But Bayley's like, wait a second, I already faced her. What the hell am I doing? Wait, let me introduce somebody that's bigger than Beyonce, bigger than Cardi B. It's Sasha Banks. And she's injured already. I kid. Sasha Banks has been injured quite a bit. And she did need to take time off after last year's WrestleMania for a variety of reasons, I'm sure. I just hope that she's healthy physically and that she can, because she seems to be okay mentally. Hopefully she's okay physically because I don't want her breaking down in the ring. I want her to have, a classic moment, and many more classic moments, and maybe a good one against Bayley at WrestleMania, 36, to prove that, hey, those two takeover matches weren't just flukes. They were actually, really, really good matches, and that they can have a good match a number of years later. But it is what actually, let's be honest, the takeover one match was really, really good. Takeover Brooklyn one, that is. That was a really goddamn good match, and one of my favorite women's matches, I would say, of the last decade easily. So, we then have Sasha at ringside, they have the match, and then a DQ automatically happens. And then Lacey runs down and helps out Naomi and fights off Sasha and Bayley. And the referee, Lady Ref Jess, says, hey, wait a second, I'm going to make this match. I'm going to make this happen. I'm the law. She's not Judge Dredd, thankfully, and makes a tag match. So we have the South and the African-American teaming up. Hooray, Black History Month in WWE is goddamn wild. Cool. Okay, it is what it is. The match was fine. It wasn't exactly spectacular, but at least they gave the women some time, not a ton of time. Naomi does pin Bayley after a sunset flip. And okay, so I guess we're probably going to get a variation of this match. Maybe a 4-way at WrestleMania if they're unsure if Sasha can carry a full match. So it was fine. We get John Cena WrestleMania 21 package where he became WWE champion for the first time. Kofi with Big E versus Bobby Roode or Robert Roode. Just Bob Roode. I'm going to call him Bob Roode because Rusev doing that was funny. Ziggler also at ringside. And commentary keeps mentioning the Mandy Ziggler situation. I'll get to that here in a little bit. But Roode, while the referee's distracted, hurls himself at the steps and says Big E did it. Big E gets kicked out. And then later, Roode almost gets pinned by Kofi. Ziggler gets Roode's foot on the rope. Distraction. Dreaded roll-up, the most devastating move in all of professional wrestling. And Kofi gets pinned. So, whatever. The match was good, but it was what it was. We didn't get Heavy Machinery backstage. And Tucker is talking to Otis and saying, don't worry about her. Don't worry about Mandy, because Mandy was watching TV backstage, and Mandy seemed all happy that Ziggler helped out, and Sonya's like, well, there's your guy. I don't know who the hell is going to be the person that ended up causing this, bad situation at the, for the date. It's either going to be Sonya or Tucker. It's probably going to be Tucker, because they don't need more tag teams. They need to break them up. They need to crime time them, because that was a great idea to break them up. But anyway, Tucker says to Otis, let's get you someone that loves you for you out in the WWE universe, that kind of stuff. Let's get back to doing what we do. So it's probably going to be Tucker that's causing this. We then get Cena package, WrestleMania 29, twice in a lifetime. You lied to us, WWE. IC title contract signing, because the contract signing for the women wasn't enough. Let's get this contract signing. Look, I get it. I'm glad that they're revisiting this, but I thought the automatic rematch clause was pretty much done. I thought it was. That was something that was announced a while ago, but it is what it is. So we get Braun there. We get Nakamura, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn. And Renee's moderating it, but doesn't really get to say all that much. Then Zayn starts yelling a lot. Braun tells him to shut up and quit whining. And says he doesn't care what the contract says. He's going to successfully defend his title. And Zayn says, "Are you sure? Well, let's add this stuff. How about we make it 3-on-1? It's gonna be a 3-on-1 handicap match." And then it's a mugging, and they put Braun through the table. And Zayn actually doesn't move, so Zayn's gonna get in the ring, and Zayn's gonna be the one to take the pin. Or watch, they'll give Zayn the championship all of a sudden. It'll be like in such a fluke that it won't help him or the championship at all, even though the Intercontinental Championship is totally dead. Goldberg versus Reigns is official for Mania. Spear versus Spear, the first of many times that Michael Cole will say that. Curtis Axel versus Daniel Bryan, Drew Gulak on commentary. He's like a coach. Curtis Axel still works for WWE. And I'm not knocking Curtis Axel. I like Curtis Axel. I did not know he was still working with the company. Because I don't think he's made a televised appearance in a while. It was fine. Axel still, can go and can do some good stuff, but the little bell lock tapped out Curtis Axel. Duh, what do you expect? Maybe we get Gulak versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. I'd be all for that, but they would probably put it on the pre-show. Because they could do some good build, which means they'll slide in at the chamber on the in the opening match, and it'll have no build at all. John Cena wins number 16 at the 2017 Rumble, the video package. Oh my God. Somebody pointed this out, and I'm not knocking the person, but somebody pointed out that, he could face Adam Cole for the NXT Championship and go for number 17. Please, no. Please, no. We don't need to see John Cena as NXT Champion. Your idea isn't bad. Jeremy, I think it was you. Jeremy 8911. Not bad at all. I'm not saying your idea is bad, but I have no desire to see Cena win the championship at all. But I get what you're saying. Anyway, we get Miz and Morrison. Ho, ho, hey, hey. Talking about New Day, they beat the New Day and everything. They can choke on their pancakes. Yes, all the pancakes and syrup and butter dripping down their throats. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. So what the whole point of this was is they're talking and everything. They're the greatest tag team. And then suddenly, because they're tag team champions, and suddenly Greg Hamilton says, "Oh, wait, we're going to get the Usos, the New Day, Rude and Ziggler, Lucha House Party, and Heavy Machinery, and Miz and Morrison, ho, ho, hey, hey, in an Elimination Chamber tag team match. 12-man human centipede together." Yeah, you knew I was going to get that in here. So, okay, cool. We're having a tag team Elimination Chamber match. When the women's one was the best one that they had, I mean, that's not saying all that much. The women did work really hard, but boy, that one in 2015 was rotten. Okay, cool. We're getting that. We then had the Usos show up. So the Usos take on Miz and Morrison. Ho, ho, hey, hey. It was well wrestled. It was fine. It's given some good time. Then they had a Samoan Destroyer off the ropes and a splash for 3. So the tag team champions just got pinned after winning the championships 24 hours before. Or like 36 hours before. Then we suddenly get John Cena. Wap-a-doo. Da-da-da-da. He teases retirement. What am I going to do at WrestleMania? This WrestleMania needs to go on without John Cena. Says goodbye, he wants to say it in Boston, da-da-da, all that, da-da-da-da, and he says goodbye to the kids, all this, and he's on the stage saluting, and suddenly, spoopiness, the lights go out, it's the Fiend, and Cena's still saluting and looking all around, and they do this really cool camera shot where the Fiend is suddenly there, because the lights come back on, and then he just points at the WrestleMania sign like, hey. And he says that, I don't think he had that look, but I don't know, he had a mask, I couldn't tell. So we're getting the Fiend versus Cena at WrestleMania. WrestleMania 36. Maybe he could rectify that bullshit decision that happened at WrestleMania 30 where Bray should have beaten Cena. I think it's about 6 years too late, but I digress. Whatever. C. It was a C episode. SmackDown's not much of anything. I'm glad that everybody got back safely, but it's a post-Super Saudi Showdown edition, and they threw a lot of shit together. So anyway, C. Maybe you pull up there. If not, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.